Will Ragatz here in the press box at historic Lambeau Field, where I just watched one of the wildest Vikings games I've ever covered. And there have been some wild ones over the years. This looked like, for about 25 minutes of game time, another blowout Vikings victory after they had just romped against the Texans in week 3 at home. They come out on the first possession of the game and welcome back Jordan Addison. They get a touchdown to go up 7-0. Not long after, it's 14-0 after the Packers doinked a short field goal. Vikings get an interception. Before long, it's 21-0, and then another interception, and Sam Darnold hits Justin Jefferson, and it's 28-0. And the crowd here at Lambeau is stunned. The Vikings just played about as well as you possibly can through 25 minutes to take what looked like a really, really major lead, a lead that was going to be tough for the Packers to overcome. But then they left the door open a little bit. Jalen Naylor muffs a punt late in the second quarter. Packers turned that into a touchdown. And it was 28-7 at half, but the door was still open because the Vikings offense did not kind of keep rolling in the third quarter. There was a stretch where they didn't score on 5 consecutive possessions. Sam Darnold threw an interception when the Vikings were looking to add on, which maybe should have been overturned because it looked like Xavier McKinney was bobbling it a little bit near the sideline, but that stood up upon review. And then, the Packers make it 28-14. They get a strip sack against Darnold, and suddenly it's 28-22 after they went for 2 to cut it to a 6-point game. And it just felt like things were really closing in on the Vikings. It was their lead had all but evaporated. The building was absolutely rocking. The momentum was all on the Packers side. And that's when, much like in week 2 against the 49ers, when the Vikings needed a big boy drive to respond and kind of seal the deal, they were able to do it again. And Sam Darnold completes his first 4 passes on that series in the fourth quarter. Vikings stall out, but they're able to get a Will Reichard field goal to make it a 31-22 game. And it still wasn't over from there, but that was a huge drive for the Vikings with Kevin O'Connell not just running the ball and being content to try to kill some clock and play passively from in front. The Vikings threw it. They leaned in on Darnold, their quarterback, and he delivered, and they went up 9. Of course, it wasn't over. The Packers get another touchdown. The Vikings turned it over on downs deep in Green Bay territory. The Packers go 96 yards in 5 plays to make it 31-29. But the Vikings were able to recover another onside kick like they did against the 49ers and emerge still undefeated at 4-0, and they found a way to get it done. Kevin O'Connell said afterwards that there's a lot they have to clean up. Players were saying they didn't like the way they finished, obviously, in the second half and how it got really dicey there. But what matters is they got it done, and they're 4-0. They're atop the NFC North. Sam Darnold, again, 3 more touchdown passes. He's got 11 on the year. He was really good in this game, even if the Packers made some successful adjustments for a bit in the third quarter. Aaron Jones has nearly 140 yards from scrimmage in his return to Green Bay. Justin Jefferson, just another typical game, 6 catches, 85 yards, his 4th touchdown in 4 weeks, which was a really impressive catch with Keyshawn Nixon just all over him on the side of the end zone. Jordan Addison comes back. He gets 2 touchdowns, a receiving touchdown to open the game, and then a rushing touchdown. And defensively, the Vikings gave up 465 yards of offense to the Packers. Jordan Love threw 4 touchdowns. But when you're playing from in front the whole game, the yards are sometimes going to happen. Obviously, they would have liked to have been sharper on defense, but they get 4 takeaways to bring their total to 10 on the season. They've had multiple takeaways in every game. And critically, the Packers were 4 of 12 on third down and 0 for 2 on fourth down. So the Vikings made some plays when they needed to. They won the turnover margin again. They're 21-0 under Kevin O'Connell when they at least break even on the turnover differential. And they found a way to get it done. And it really wasn't easy. Like it looked like it was going to be for much of the first half. But to be able to step up in those moments when it looked like the sky was falling and deliver and finish this one out says a lot about the mental fortitude and the toughness of the Vikings that Kevin O'Connell has instilled going back to the start of this offseason. So all in all, an impressive win for the Vikings. They'll have to play better, especially in the second half moving forward, but they're 4-0 as they get ready to head across the pond and play the Jets in London. Lots more to come from this game over Vikings on SI, so check that out. But yeah, that was quite something, and all the Vikings fans out there who were stressed out during the second half, were able to exhale after another victory for the Vikings.